Okay, the question was, what do I think, in my opinion, can bring peace or lessen the tension in the Middle East and stop the bloodshed? It's a really good question. I'm not sure I have the answer. One thing that I came to see there is I think it's so important that any solution comes from the people themselves, because whenever somebody from outside tries to come and be a judge or an arbiter or say this is what you guys should do, it's sometimes not informed. They're also, when people come from outside and try to do something, they never suffer the consequences of their policy, and I think that it's so much better if the solutions are generated from the people who are closest to the issues, who love the land the most, who know what they want and are willing to take the responsibility for any plan that they put into action.
Sophisticated gangsterism.
And now I wanna know if you want to go, what you wanna do, rhyme or two, or what you wanna do, what you wanna do. Yeah, with that I got the paper stack, I got the pimp out track, got the song and it's on and on, got the studio all night long. Yeah.
Deserve that sort of encomium, but I'll take what I can get. I recently wrote a book called The Nearest Thing to Life and tried to come up with a formulation which I'll just read to you if it doesn't seem too cumbersome. I'm not sure if it's true really, but here it is. It's as true as I can get. Details represent those moments in a story where form is outlived, cancelled, evaded. I think of details as nothing less than bits of life sticking out of the frieze of form, imploring us to touch them. Details are not, of course, just bits of life. They represent that magical fusion whereby the maximum amount of literary artifice, the writer's genius for selection and imaginative creation, produces a simulacrum of the maximum amount of non-literary or actual life, a process whereby artifice is then indeed converted into new life, fictional life. Details are not necessarily lifelike, but irreducible, things in themselves, what I would call lifeless itself. Appearance, that it's right to say that detail is like a piece of life because it actually rescues life from its own death. Let me read out a passage from an essay I wrote called Serious Noticing. I just want to... What do writers do when they seriously notice the world? Perhaps they do nothing less than rescue the life of things from their death. From two deaths, one small and one large. From the death that literary form always threatens to impose on life, and from actual death. I mean by the latter, the fading reality that besets details as they recede from us. The memories of our childhood, the almost forgotten pungency of flavors, smells, textures. The slow death that we deal to the world by the sleep of our attention.
party. But thank you again, Boston!
Just come in, either way. Come out of the doorway. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. We're not doing tours, we're seating for an event. If you're here for the event, go ahead.
Hello, everybody. Actually, it's Jared Bowen. I can never get any respect. Also, I love the plea for funding. We've just had that at WGBH forever. I can't escape the pleas. But here are our guests. Actually, I think you guys are supposed to be in these two chairs. So I will be over. I have advantage to already made. Yeah. So we want to get right into this because this is a fantastic panel that we've assembled. I tell you already, just from what I saw backstage, it's going to be very, very funny. We have Chip Kidd, of course, a great designer. You know his work already. We'll talk about his excavation of the work of Charles Schultz and Peanuts. And then we'll start right now with Bob Mankoff. Of course, you know him as the cartoon editor of The New Yorker, and he has just written his memoir now on paperback, How About Never is Never Good for You. One of the great phrases of all time, which I have come up with myself. Yeah, exactly. I'll send it to you. So take it away.
Great. Hi. I'm really happy to be here at the Austin Book Festival. Give money. I'm giving 20 right now. Start it off. Eliminating the middleman would result in lower costs, increased sales, and greater consumer satisfaction. You got to hear with the middleman. As a matter of fact, you did catch us at a bad time. And while there's no reason you have to panic, I think it only proves to make preparations to panic. $1 billion is 1,000 million, so why wasn't I? And of course, now that's product placement. People ask me how I get ideas for cartoons. I think of them. There's a whole chapter in the book about how you actually do this. Okay, but what made me think that I could be a cartoonist was that High School of Music and Art, which sort of the movie Fame was based on. Now they've given it a catchier name. Now it's called The Body of High School. I went for art. There's me in 1962, Robert Mankoff. But look at that dude next to me at the graph.